Hey guys, it's Austin-Sensei, and I know it's a bit early to say this, but I am hyped for episode 11. We get to see one of my favorite characters, but that'll be at the end. Obviously, spoilers in this because you know you are watching a review. I don't know why I need to say that, but nonetheless, we are on episode 10, and this episode was a calm before the storm. That's what I said in my preview video. And yeah, do check that video out if you want to. Of course, share this video and subscribe if you're new here. But nonetheless, we see in the beginning that we kind of start off where we ended with episode 9 about Naofumi not trusting Melty, and he tells her to get lost because he does not trust anyone from the royal family, which is a fair thing because Malty and the king haven't been quite nice to him, to be quite honest. And we see that Melty's getting summoned by her father, and she goes without a fight, which it's kind of hilarious to see because she's the younger sibling of Malty, but she's more mature. And we see Philo get upset about Melty leaving, and we see, Raphtalia give her a head pat. I had to, put that there in. But we see the queen again, and I love the damn queen. I'm not going to lie. It's great to see her again, but she actually told Melty to go to the capital to punish the king for his horrible treatment of the shield hero, and the queen was thinking about going to herself, but she can't go because she's in a very tight situation at the moment. And little background information I don't think they're going to put in is the shield hero was summoned in the wrong area. He was actually supposed to be summoned with the beast people because, as I keep saying, he is the shield of hope for them, or the hope symbol of hope for them. And if the beast people find out about his mistreatment of how he was treated in that whole thing, there's going to be a big conflict. And we now see that Naofumi is level 38 with everyone being, at a higher level, of course. And Raphtalia and everyone goes in on Naofumi for being rude to Melty, and Philo gets told that she can't play with Melty anymore, and Naofumi doesn't actually explain why, and she goes running away, while Raphtalia says you should tell her. It's not good to just say it blankly, and I agree with Raphtalia, but at the same time I understand where Naofumi's coming from. And we see Raphtalia nail Naofumi's reasoning spot on, and I love it. I just really love it. And he doesn't like Mel because she's the daughter of the king, and Naofumi says he can't trust any of the kingdom or the royal family, and as I said, it's fair. And we see the group of knights show up with the guy that was the previous guy, I think it was a guard that was following the last episode, and they show up with Philo, and the group asked Naofumi to be with him, basically squad up with him in the next wave, because they were inspired by him, what he did in the last wave, which was the village of Loot, and how he saved the villagers over, attacking the monsters. And they see that he's a true hero, so everyone's finally recognizing what Naofumi is. He's the actual hero compared to everyone else. And Naofumi tells the leader to buy the necklace for 150 silver pieces, but there was a special meaning behind it. But everyone was kind of like, oh, you're being mean to them. Why did you do that much? And it's because he's testing them, honestly. It just, as I said, Naofumi is a complicated person. I did a character analysis on him, so check that video out too. But we see the knights go to gather the money, and I want to talk about a little bit about the group of knights. We saw a demi-human, and one thing I'm a bit surprised they didn't talk about, Raphtalia, is how it's really rare for a demi-human to be anything in part of the kingdom's army, royal army, and it's true. But anyways, we see Naofumi's getting his armor repaired, and Raphtalia and Philo are level 40, and they are ready for their class ups, and they can only get it by being recognized by the court. And Blacksmith dude is like, yeah, I think you get it since you're a hero, and they have to do it at the Dragon Hourglass. As I said in my preview videos, it's a very important thing. I think actually it was my opening analysis, that these Dragon Hourglasses are quite crucial to this entire thing. And we see that Naofumi goes and asks Raphtalia what her class upgrade is going to be, and she says she's fine with anything that he wants, and he goes, no, you're going to have to decide for yourself, because he's going home after the waves. And let me tell you, this boy thinks the waves are going to be over soon. Oh, he's going to be there for a while. But Raphtalia starts to ask Naofumi under her breath why he would go back home, because she was so sad. And we see that the class up cost up total of 15 gold pieces per person, and Raphtalia was gonna go first, but a nun comes out of nowhere and says they aren't allowed to get upgrades or give upgrades to the shield hero team, and it's a direct order from the king. And we see the king still being a jerk, and it's just like, you're not making it easier for everyone. King, you're not. And it feeds into why we should hate him more. And Naofumi goes to Mr. Monopoly, or, the real name of him. I just want to say that because YouTube will pick up on that quite fast. But Philo asked Naofumi before they went into the tent that if he's going to sell her. He goes, no, don't worry, I won't ever do that, kind of thing. And Naofumi has helped Mr. Monopoly out because of Philo and Raphtalia. They have made his business boom because he's selling quality stuff, kind of thing. And he actually goes to Mr. Monopoly about the class upgrade because he has a werewolf that is level 75, and he tells Naofumi he has to go to a Dragon Hourglass to get upgrades in another town. And he has the question, there's other Dragon Hourglasses? Yes. And this is just kind of feeding into the whole narrative that this kingdom that they're in is very corrupt. They don't want anything. Well, the king is. And it's sad that, it's not being run correctly because it is a matriarch kingdom and the queen's not there to do anything. So we can see why it's going all haywire. And he tells Naofumi, Mr. Monopoly, to go to Shieldfielding, or however you say it, which is all demi-human kind of place, and it's kind of funny, has shield in it. But as I said, he's the symbol of hope to the demi-humans, and it takes a month just to go by wagon to get there. And he suggests instead of going there to equip Philo with a weapon, she gets a talon kind of cloth in, and it was and rings. Naofumi gets it for a bargain at 4 gold coins, let me tell you. And Naofumi sets out to test the new weapons in the sewer, and Philo just destroys the damn monster. And of course, Naofumi gets soaked by Raphtalia and Philo because they weren't really paying attention. And here's my favorite scene in the entire episode. Naofumi is applying bandages to Raphtalia, and it's 10 days until the next wave, and we get this timestamp, which I like. And Raphtalia brings up what Naofumi said previously about leaving, and we have this romantic moment, and it's just, as I said, he's starting to realize what his feelings are, and he's a person that doesn't want to say his feelings outright. He's a tsundere kind of thing. But we see, she asked him right out if she can return with him when he goes back. And I'm trying not to spoil stuff. That kind of happens in the web novel. But I don't highly suggest reading the web novel. There's some crucial things. But nonetheless, we see Philo interrupt everything, and yeah, I was angry at Philo, I'm not going to lie. So we see that Naofumi sets out to scout the area next to see what's going on, and he sees this town that's just horribly ran. It's horrible, to say the least. And Naofumi goes to the next town, and he finds a bunch of hungry people that were from that horrible village, and we get the backstory that the governor in the resistance had a battle out, then the resistance started to charge as much as the corrupted governor, and it didn't end well for them. And we see that the bow user was supposed to rise up against the horrible governor. He did, and he left. And Naofumi actually goes out of his way to feed the hungry villagers without accepting pay or anything. Then he returns to the capital, and he sees Ren Itsuki, the bow user, or bow hero, and they are losing reward money. They're talking about how they keep losing all this stuff, and Naofumi kind of gets found out by, Ren and Itsuki. And I love the Spider-Man reference right after, too, because we hear Itsuki talk about, with great power comes great responsibility. If you've never seen the first Spider-Man movie, highly suggest it. I love Spider-Man, the first series. I know a lot of people don't like that, but we see Naofumi, and this is an English dub. Oh, I didn't know you were bit by a spider. I lost it there. I'm like, oh, the reference. That is amazing. But we see Itsuki blame Naofumi for stealing his money, and Naofumi goes off on both of them. He goes, you guys have been causing nothing but trouble for everyone, and I've been cleaning up, so I kind of deserve the money. And he's right. If you don't do your job fully, you don't deserve the money that you were going to get. If you didn't finish it, you caused more issues. Ren outright just believes and goes, he has no reason to lie to us, and Itsuki doesn't, believe him. And now we cut to the next part. We see, the new Barbarian Armor Plus, which has the Dragon Core, that someone was trying to, in my comments, say, oh no, he already absorbed it. No, you pay attention next time. No hard feelings. But the cool thing about this armor, it self-repairs, and that's pretty tough. I'm not going to lie, I wish I had that in some stuff. But we see the knights show up, and they're going to give the money to Naofumi, but Naofumi goes and says, no, I will not accept your money. Take that money to get better equipment, because I don't want you guys to drop like flies. And this is showing that Naofumi is actually really changing. He's not this bitter person, and now there's less than 24 hours till the next wave, and we have a cut to the queen, which she realizes that she's talking about how Naofumi is not going to be able to easily forgive the kingdom for what happened, and it's going to take a while for him to forgive. And it's true. And then we have the next wave starting, and we see Glass. I cannot wait, my boys. My boys, I love Glass, I'm not going to lie, especially in the future, but, oh, she is so powerful. You guys don't understand. She is going to wreck. And, I know I sound really, like, wrong in this, but it's just, she is such a good character. And I know people that are watching the anime or haven't read the manga or the light novel or the web novel, you don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But trust me, my boys, in the next preview video, I'm gonna be talking about her. That's for sure. And I cannot wait for the next episode. As I said in the beginning, I am just hyped. Are you guys hyped? You better be, because this is gonna get real fast. And man, I can't wait. Honestly, this next wave is going to be crazy. Especially, we're going to see a new form of the shield that's going to go into Naofumi. And honestly, just spoilers, especially in my reviews and everything. Just a little heads up. But anyways, guys, do please share this video. And, if you're new here, subscribe. I will catch you in my preview video. That will be on Friday. But as always, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. And I will see you until the next time. This is Austin-Sensei, signing out. Peace.